Welcome to ACC Student News.
The news students can use. I'm Ivy.
And I'm Aiden. Here this week's story.
The body found in real name David Anthony Burke, has been identified.
The police identified the body as 15-year-old Celeste Rivera after her family came out and gave information to identify her. They were able to identify her after finding the matching tattoo on her finger that her and Burke got together. After this revelation, many screenshots and videos of them together have surfaced on social media, and Rivera's family said she had a boyfriend named David. Rivera went missing in March of 2024 and has been not been seen ever since. Burke has put his world tour on pause, and his record label refuses to advertise his upcoming lit album.
At Delta State University in Mississippi, 21-year-old Trey Reed's death has been ruled a suicide. The student was found hanging from a tree on campus. Posts had circulated online that Reed had 2 broken legs that would have prevented him from hanging himself, making many believe foul play was involved. However, Bolivar County Coroner's Office came out with a statement announcing he had no injuries according to his autopsy. His family is devastated, claiming he never showed any signs of depression or suicidal tendencies. This has been the second man found hanged in Mississippi this week, and they were both found the same day.
At a Florida high school, Lake Worth Community High School, 32 students were sent to a hospital after pepper spray was used in a school fight. 10 to 12 students that were nearby when the fight broke out were evacuated and sent home. The fight can be summed up as involving a lot of students. The principal has stated that the school campus remains secure and resumed school like normal.
5 police officers were shot and 3 of them were killed in a shooting in Pennsylvania. The shooting took place as the officers were responding to a follow-up on a domestic-related call where reporters of a man had been stalking a former girlfriend. While they were searching the property, they opened the door and were immediately met with multiple rounds of gunfire from an AR-15 style rifle with a suppressor. 4 officers went down and the last returned fire, which struck and killed the suspect. 2 officers wounded are in the hospital. 1 remains in critical condition.
The Jimmy Kimmel Show has been pulled off the air after comments on the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Kimmel said MAGA gang was desperately trying to characterize the suspect as anything other than one of them. The decision to pull the show came hours after the chair of the FCC threatened to act against ABC and its parent company Disney over the remarks. The chairperson said that Kimmel was appearing to directly mislead the American public. Many prominent Hollywood figures are condemning this move as a censorship and threat to free speech. Kimmel has yet to comment on the issue.
At a Florida high school, Lake Worth Community High School, 32 students were sent to a hospital after pepper spray was used in a school fight. 10 to 12 students that were nearby when the fight broke out were evacuated and sent home. The fight can be summed up as involving a lot of students. The principal has stated that the school campus remains secure and resumes school like normal.
Investigators believe they found the remains of the accused killer of the Decker daughter remains. Months after the remains of the 3 young Decker sisters were found abandoned in Washington state wilderness, authorities believe they have found the body of the man accused of killing them. Travis Caleb Decker, a human body found this week in dense woods south of Leavenworth, just miles away from the campground where the daughter's body was found. This could show the end to this manhunt that stretched deep into the wilderness, including false alarms where tipsters thought they had spotted Decker. Preliminary findings suggest the remains belong to Travis Decker, but positive identification is still yet confirmed. That's all the news we have for now.
Stay tuned for more news after the break.
Welcome back to ACC Student News.
Here are the rest of the stories.
The Gary Police Department is launching a full investigation into a threatening phone call that is targeting the Gary Health Department.
In a news release, Gary officials will not release any of the specifics on the details of the threats, but mentioned that the threats are coming in the wake of Gary's crackdown on health conditions of supermarkets and restaurants. As a result of this crackdown, 2 major grocery stores were shut down after inspections over issues with rancid meat, expired food, moldy foods, building code violations, and problems with cleanliness. Gary Mayor Edit Melton highlights the city's efforts to enhance local health standards. According to the Times, the closed grocery stores have since reopened after passing subsequent inspections.
A 47-year-old woman drove herself to the Highland Police Department, claiming her husband shot her multiple times. According to a press release, she was shot while she was in her garage. Police identified the suspect as 65-year-old Highland man in a red Jeep, which was found near Grayson Ridge Road. The police chased the suspect onto Borman Expressway going west, and it ended when the Jeep crashed into another car in Lansing, Illinois. The woman had several gunshot wounds and was transported to a trauma center for treatment. The male was taken into custody and is being treated for crash-related injuries.
Former Transportation Secretary is rallying against redistricting Indiana's state congressional districts. Pete Buttigieg said that Indiana's Republicans are being pressured by Washington Republicans to do something that is typically done every 10 years, which is redraw their congressional districts. Redistricting is the process of drawing legislative districts based on census, and it would allow an opportunity for more or less seats in the House of Representatives. That is based on population. Likely targeted areas of Indiana will include Gary and northwest Indiana cities. It could change the ever-popular Democratic stronghold. Texas and Missouri have moved to create advantageous new seats, while California Democrats have countered.
Hoosier Taxes will cover the upfront costs of turning a state prison into a federal internment facility for people awaiting deportation. The Republican-led State Budget Committee is going to be voting to approve spending $15.8 million in state funds to prepare the Miami Correctional Facility in Kokomo for federal immigration and law enforcement use. The updating includes perimeter fencing and lighting enhancements, construction of temporary housing structures, notifications to the intake process, putting in a drone prevention system, and installing drug detection and X-ray screening equipment. The facility is expected to continue housing Hoosier felons while it's used for deportation purposes.
A 22-year-old Hammond man has been arrested on charges of child porn charges. Indiana State Police say that they arrested the 22-year-old on an outstanding warrant issued by Porter County Sheriff's Department. According to the police, the case began when the Santa Clara County Sheriff's Office got a report about an unknown person communicating with an 11-year-old boy via several social media platforms. The case was transferred to Indiana Internet Crimes Against Child Unit. After they learned that the communications originated in Indiana, the child was determined to be safe as no physical contact was ever made.
At Delta State University in Mississippi, 21-year-old Trey Reed's death has been ruled a suicide. The student was found hanging from a tree on campus. Posts had circulated online that Reed had 2 broken legs that would have prevented himself from hanging himself, making many believe foul play was involved. However, Bolivar County Coroner's Office came out with a statement announcing that he had no injuries according to his autopsy. His family is devastated, claiming he never showed any signs of depression or suicidal tendencies. This has been the second man found hanging in Mississippi this week, and they were both found on the same day.
A 3,000-year-old gold bracelet disappeared from an Egyptian museum, was stolen and melted down. The Antiques and Tourism Ministry initially said that the bracelet, which belonged to King Amenemhotep of the 3rd Intermediate period, was just lost. However, they were able to track the theft to a museum restoration specialist who took it and sold it to a silver trader, who passed it on to an owners in Cairo's historic jewelry district. This person then sold it to a gold smelter who recast it with other items. The piece was decorated with a spherical lapis lazuli beads and vanished from a safe in a lab on September 9th. The suspects were arrested and just about 194,000 pounds of proceeds were seized. That's all we have for this week. I'm Ivy.
And I'm Aiden. Make sure to check out the rest of our videos on YouTube and follow us on Instagram at
ACC TV Hammond.